computer. Here we go. All right, here we go, parents. Welcome to Horizons Newark Parent Orientation. It is a lovely May 24th. I started off by playing Lovely Day because indeed it is a lovely day. So today, before we get started, I would like to ask you, what makes you smile in the summertime? If we can enter in the chat your responses, I'll give you a minute and a half. What makes you smile in the summertime? Does that have a sound? Does it have a feeling? Does it have a scent? Can we please enter that in the chat? And then Miss Carol, if you can read it out loud as they're coming in.
Sure, the trees and the sun. Oh, flowers. Flowers. For me, it's the sunshine and the smell of sunscreen. Sun.
Nice.
Yeah. Weather and vacation. I think the weather's a big one.
Yeah.
Road trips, nice summer breeze. Early summer morning dew smell. Oh, charcoal grills. Oh, I love that smell too. Water parks and fun, and the smile on my daughter's face when she was enjoying the festivities. I get that. Waking up and knowing it's summer.
Yes.
Yes. Break from school, the sun reflecting off the pool. Oh, I love that too.
Beautiful.
I'm excited. This is making me feel even more excited. Not having to do homework. I get no traffic.
Okay.
No traffic unless you're headed down to the beach. No traffic.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, parents, just for participating and entering in your answers. We love to open up any time that we have together with an activity just for an icebreaker, and then also to get you in the right mindset. So thank you for sharing your responses. So did you know that we're 39 days away from our Horizon Summer Program? 6 hours, 56 minutes until hashtag best summer ever. Please make sure that you're following us on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm gonna leave that for a second while I ask you, are you ready? If we can use our emojis, whether that's a heart, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, are you ready for the summer? I know that if I was asking the students, they would come off mute and shout, yes, because who doesn't love the summer? So I've already started by introducing myself. I am serving you this summer as your program director. And then we also have Miss Joanna Carroll, who is our executive director. And this will actually be her first summer joining us in person. And we're so excited about that. Would you like to share anything else, Miss Carroll?
No, I'm really excited. Really excited. I know so many of you through the computer screen. I can't wait to actually meet you in person.
And this summer, we also have our administrative assistant, Ms. Green, who will also be teaching music. Sure. So this summer will be her second summer with us. And that's a great addition to our team. Okay, so here are some things that are new. And this is going to be a shared piece between Ms. Karen and myself. I don't want to take away from all of the new things that are coming this summer, because Ms. Carol, along with our amazing board, and they are brilliant, right, have added on so many new things and some exciting things for this summer. So what's new, Ms. Carol?
So enrollment, I don't know, the word has gotten out about our program and it's amazing. Our program is the most full it's been since before the pandemic, which is really exciting. We do still have some space in our rising 8th grade class. So if you know anybody who is interested in joining us from there, or our rising 5th grade class, but those are the only two classes that we have spots in. So definitely, but we are full and we are excited. But with that also, if you no longer after this plan on attending, please let me know, because we do have a wait list. We would love, obviously, if you would join us, but I also want to be respectful of those who are waiting for a spot. We actually have a wait list of over 30 students. So definitely let us know. We are very fortunate to partner with Cara Kennedy Fund for our swim program. Thank you so much to those who responded about the swimsuits. So each student will get a swimsuit, as well as, I believe, a pair of goggles.
Yes.
We have some kickboards for instruction, and I believe a mesh bag to carry things back and forth from the pool. Keep them dry and not send them home smelly and wet. So that's very exciting. If you didn't fill out that survey, don't worry. We ordered extra because we knew that not all parents would get to it. I just hope it's the right size, but we'll do our best to get you what you need. Giving Day. This I am so excited to share with you. The momentum around Horizons Newark has really picked up this year. We have more donors than ever. Giving Day is our biggest fundraiser of the year, which is why these past couple weeks I've been in it trying to raise money for you all to make it the best program it could be for the summer. We had our most successful Giving Day this past week. We raised over $100,000 for the program. Yeah, over $100,000. It's amazing. And we're gifted an additional $25,000 grant. So I don't know, we're making waves, people.
That's amazing.
Yes, we're really excited. And what that means is that just gives us the ability to do what we do. It goes nowhere else besides the program costs and providing more opportunities for you all and supplies and things like that. So I am thrilled. I'm thrilled.
Yes.
So more to come. Food program. Ms. Vasquez, I'm going to pass it on to you.
Thank you. So before I talk a little bit about food program, Miss Carol, you're being so modest, right? Can we just take a second to share with our families that this will be our first summer with rising pre-K students going into K?
Yes, rising pre-K students. We actually, I should have said this. I'm not going to, no, it is our first year with pre-K, and that's because you all have a pre-K, and we do what is best for our families. So we are very excited to have our first pre-K class.
And we can't wait to have the little ones. So our food program, pre-COVID, when things were happening, right? And we used to have and share our chefs at Phillips Academy. We get to be a part of wonderful, tasteful, and nutritious, like everyday chefs that come and cook for us. They prepare our lunch. They also make sure that they're utilizing the rooftop garden and our aerial plants as well, the hydro planting that we have now available at Phillips. COVID happened and the world changed for all of us. We still manage to offer students virtual summer program, and we still manage to meet at the park in Branch Brook and Newark. So coming back last summer, we were able to work with the food bank who was sponsoring us to receive our food program. And this year, and this summer, we are going back to having and sharing our PAX chefs so that your children will be receiving hot lunch made every day freshly on premises. And we are free nut school. We're also very mindful of the type of dairy. We do have our nutrition policy. So we cater to vegans, we cater to, we try to do as many and as much of the fresh in-season vegetables and fruits. We also make sure that there's dairy, right, and non-dairy, to make sure that we're literally like having all things just the same way we would do during the school year, options for our students. So that is a phenomenal like lift and weight off of us, because to be able to offer fresh food to our students, it's incredible. They come in energized, and we want them to make sure that with everything that they'll get a chance to be a part of this summer, right, we're still eating as healthy as possible. So we are incredibly excited about doing that. Breakfast will be served. Breakfast will take place in the classroom. And then with the exception of our pre-K, everyone else will be coming downstairs to our cafeteria to enjoy lunch. Additional classes have been added this year as well. We were able to have a full-time STEM teacher that will be teaching through this new program. So there's a lot of training that's happening behind the scenes, so that students are able to not just have a touch on STEM, but to really develop those scientific and technology and engineering and mathematicians and all of the great things that really just kind of entail the STEM curriculum, right? And the STEM learning. So we're super excited about doing that and being able to offer that to our students. The partnerships, as Ms. Carol mentioned, this year has been like an incredible blessing to all of us. And we're super excited to continue to really just get out there and form the additional partnerships that we still need, because it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication and love to make Horizons happen, not just during the summers, but throughout the school year as well. So all of those great things are coming your way for you and your children. The one, I guess, just sad note for us is
Not
that,
sad.
oh,
It's not sad. Guess who reached out to us? And we
Who?
are getting a Coca-Cola donation.
yes.
And that's new news that Ms. Vasquez and I have not had a chance to talk about. We were discontinued, but
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, so in the past,
Past week.
okay, so in the past, we've always received a donation from Coca-Cola, and literally they will come during the months of June, and they delivered water bottle, they will deliver orange juice and apple juice. And throughout COVID, we still received that delivery, so each family was able to take cases of water and juice home. Once we're back in the building like we were last summer, we were able to still do that. So if that has changed, that's phenomenal. But just to kind of give you a roundabout number, this donation for our site ranges between $7,000 to $8,000. And that has always been gifted to all Horizon affiliates throughout the United States. But for us specifically, because I do take a look at the paperwork, it ranges between that amount. So that is an additional cost that we can actually put in as a donation, right? And Coca-Cola loves Horizons and what we stand for.
So, Ms. Vasquez, with you saying that we do have a lot of new families on here.
Yes.
So I'd love to give them the overview of what Horizons is.
Yes.
Because you mentioned we're one of, I think it's close to 70 now across the United States, affiliates who do this program. So we fall under Horizons National, who provides quality assurance for our programs, and there are affiliates all throughout the country who provide free summer. Everybody provides summer programming,
Yes.
and we are one of many who also provide school year programming. We exist to help students stay on top of learning and have enrichment opportunities over the summer so that they continue to progress with their learning, and especially in reading and math, but also have access to enrichment opportunities that like dance and art and STEM, as Ms. Vasquez mentioned, so that they can explore new new activities, find new passions, new interests, maybe things they want to explore, continually. We also teach students to swim, which is a big part of our program and separates us from a lot of the other programs you see out there. And we also have that school year programming that I mentioned. There's a lot more to it, but I want to be conscious of your time. But for those new families who do not know about us, that is what we do. And we're actually, I believe, in our 13th summer now.
Yes.
At Newark. Theo is the founder of this program 13 years ago, and we're grateful to have her. So that's that. I wanted to provide that for the new families.
So thank you so much for that, Ms. Carol. So we are still going to be at Phillips Academy, and my dual role there currently, I am committed to Horizons. I love Horizons. It brings us all a lot of joy at PAX. My dual role there is during the school year. I also serve as a lower school vice principal. And the partnership just with the whole school has been incredible. We have been incredibly fortunate to partner up and utilize not just the building, but also be able to share resources, be able to acquire the technology there. And, and the list can go on and on. At one point, we were a independent private school, but in order to fit our mission, in order to continue to serve our community, we became a charter school. So hence 2013 to now 2023, Phillips Academy has been in existence for 35 years. And under our new leadership, we have been able to really just bring our students to the next level. And we are so grateful for the commitment and the partnership that we can continue to have summer after summer. So during the month of June, we know that private schools, public schools, charter schools, independent schools, they all try to run under the same calendar, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it doesn't work out. So keeping in mind where our students finish and where our teachers end. We want to make sure that the month of June is devoted to teachers training and preparation. Our contracts, right, are until June 30th. So we definitely do not want, right, to overlap, but we also realize that teachers need that time to rest. So we try not to nudge at them too much. So during the month of June, we're talking like the last weeks of June, right? Midway through June, we are in meetings, we are training, we are discussing, reviewing, we are setting up classrooms, and we take a look at our schedules to see what's working, what's not working, based on the rosters that are coming in, which classes need more SEL, which class can go to yoga, all of those components, right? Because even though we are at the forefront, it's a collaborative effort. It's a team effort, right? So for the month of July, we're so excited, right? That on the 3rd will be our first day. On the 4th, we are going to be off to observe July 4th. We also have virtual Family Fridays coming your way. So that will be information that will be shared out. And then assessments at the beginning of the program and also at the end of the program. For those of us who are educators, because we do have some parents who are educators, we know that data is huge. So we want to make sure that we are aware of where the children are at the beginning of the program, and then also being able to compare data from beginning to end. In between, we also do some assessments, but it's nothing to, that takes a whole day. It's nothing like that, right? So we are trained professionals, and we definitely want to make sure that we are meeting students' needs. We want to make sure that if our curriculum needs to be revised, we have consistent meetings so that all students are working to their best ability. for the month of August, although we are still working on some final details for now. We definitely do our year planning. We start to plan for tutoring, and then hopefully we'll be bringing back our Saturday Academy. So for our new families, it's not just the summer months that we're so invested in, but it's the whole year programming. So today, there's tutoring that took place virtually. So we do have a good number of students that join us virtually, and they are tutored in reading, writing, and math. And that happens across grade levels. The teacher training and the curriculum that's developed, it's definitely using our New Jersey student standards. And we always definitely try to give more resources than what we need, depending on what the data is reflecting. So that students, if they are below grade level, there's support, there's small group instruction happening. If students are performing on level, we also make sure that we have the reading materials so that we can move them forward. And if they are performing above, right, because our program has to be 2/3 of students who are at or below, 1/3 can be above. Then we also have enough resources to make sure that we're pushing our students forward. So we're committed to that every summer. And the way that shows up is not just academically, it also shows up in the specials. So swimming, we continue to talk about swimming, swimming, swimming. Swimming happens at NJIT. So this summer, we are going to try to have our students swim in the morning time. I hear people asking why. I'll answer that. For us, it makes a little bit more sense to have swimming in the morning, beginning with our older students, right? So that as they're coming back, we can focus on the academics. And also it helps out with scheduling, and also it helps out with making sure that our little ones can also get to swim. Throughout the 13 summers, we've tried swimming in the morning and in the afternoon. We tried swimming in the afternoon. So this summer, we want to give this a chance to see if that reflects more engagement, more alertness, right, in our students. So I want to make sure that you're understanding the procedures, right? So if your child, and everybody does receive their packet with their schedules, the newsletter, the welcome letter from the teacher. So if your child is going to swim Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so they get to swim 3 times a week, with the exception of our pre-K students. The students are expected to come into school with their swimwear underneath their clothes, with a towel, right, and a bag. They walk with this lead teacher, the TA, our volunteers, myself at times, right? But we ensure that we have more than enough of those that are walking down. So we walk down Central Avenue. The first week, just being crystal honest and clear and transparent, it takes us at least 20 minutes to get to the pool. By the second week, that time literally is cut in half. So on a good day, it takes us 10 to 12 minutes to walk down to NJIT. They have instructional swimming. We have 2 fabulous instructors who have been doing this for decades. So your children will learn how to swim. Then we come out of the pool, we put on our towels, we put on our whatever it is that they're going to wear, and then we walk up Central Avenue. And then teachers have enough time in their schedule to make sure that students are getting changed, right, into dry clothing so they can move on to their next class. Now, our experience with swimming has been fabulous. We definitely ensure that many families come every day. They come to swim as their schedule allows them to, but we also track to see if they are taking swim classes somewhere else. Some of our students go to JFK, so they know how to swim. So we also have that, where if one instructor is doing introduction to swimming, the other instructor is with those that are advanced swimmers. So we don't hold them back even in the swimming time. So all this information will definitely be shared with you. We do want to make sure that if your child is sick, right, because it does happen, we go from cold weather to warm weather to cold weather again, and the temperatures of the buildings do vary, right, that you keep your child at home. If it rains with our little ones, we never jeopardize them. Our middle schoolers, literally summer after summer, they put their towels over their head and we walk down, right? If it's drizzling, if it's raining and pouring, of course, we will not go swimming. So we, instead of going swimming that day, we have an alternative schedule that we follow. So that takes care of our swimming information. And that does
Hop
start,
in?
huh?
Can I jump in?
Absolutely.
So I just want to highlight why we do swimming. And it's a major area for us. It's a substantial
Mhm.
part of our program. It's a substantial part of our donations as well. People want to support this area. And the reason being is that the swimming, what the students learn in the pool spills over into the classroom. So I feel, Ms. Vasquez, correct me
It's
if I'm
okay.
wrong. I would say 98% of our students enter the program not knowing how to swim.
Yes, that's
So,
correct.
yeah, so if your student or your child is coming to the program and they don't know how to swim, that's okay. They're a good company. We expect that. But what's amazing about it is that by the end of the program, they will know how to swim. And jumping in the pool can be a little scary. It can be a little, I've never done this before, but they make their way through it and it helps them build confidence. It helps them, a lot of the staff get in the pool with them. So it helps build rapport with the staff that then spills over into the classroom. So it's not only about learning to swim, which is a life-saving skill, obviously, it's about what else it provides the students. And so I just wanted to share that, one, because I know that a lot of people are like, my child doesn't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
Most
Yes,
people don't.
That's true. And we will never force a child to go into the pool, parents. I tend to go swimming with our younger students. And it's a beauty to see how the first day they take a look at the Olympic sized pool and their first reaction is, I'm too scared. So we build trust. We never force them to go in the pool. There are enough bodies that go in the pool so that no child is ever left unattended. And the instructional piece takes place so that there is the right way to enter the pool, the right way to hold your breath, the right way to blow bubbles, the right way to float, right? So those are all skills of swimmers. But take heart, we do encourage them, right? So if it takes for a little one to come, I'm gonna hold you and until you're comfortable. And then when they come back again and they build that confidence, they build that trust, we can't get them out of the pool fast enough. So it's beautiful to see that. So the next thing, this is just a view of what our summer schedules look like. And through donations, through Giving Day, we are able to really give students as many specialties as possible. And we know that in school settings, right, budget cuts happen. We heard it from families, we hear it from our students, even during tutoring. I didn't have a special today, right? Or I didn't have art this year because, right? And we do understand that each district runs differently. We do understand that there are budget cuts. We want this to feel like a whole entire summer experience for them. because who wants to deal with a third grader? I don't want to go to summer school because it feels like school. It happens. So we are trying our best to make sure that this is a great summer experience. So for this summer, we're including music, we're including mindfulness, which is led by our wonderful social worker that works at PAX. We have a combination of NPS faculty that come to us, one of them being Miss Green, who directs and leads her music class so brilliantly. We have a dance company that we've been working with for now at least 7 to 8 years, and he is part of NPS. We have our PE instructor that's coming back for her second summer with us. And it's not just go ahead and run. These are instructionally led, right, exposure to different sports. We also have yoga, believe it or not, and our kids love taking yoga with Miss Sala. We have art, and then we have STEM that we talked about. In your children's schedule, you will see something that's called STEP. That is an intervention time. That is small group learning time that will be placed at centers so that, again, that instructional piece continues to happen, not just in the writer's workshop, not just in the math, not just in the reader's workshop. We also have access to the garden on the third floor where students will be able to visit, which students will be able to see, learn, and perhaps plant, right, a few fruits, and they will be able to see our garden in full bloom.
And with that, we are working on securing some field trips for the summer. More to come on that. So one of the days maybe the students are on a field trip, but more to come.
So how does this all work? You get to arrive at 7:30. We do not charge you for morning care because we're conscientious that we still have to serve our families. Breakfast begins at 8 a.m. and this year that will take place in the classrooms. PAX has been very fortunate, and our whole entire turf area has been remodeled. So we have the softest artificial grass our kids have ever played on. So they get to enjoy the turf area outside. There's an area which was also redone. We can play basketball outside and enjoy also outdoors. We have an area that's literally a stage outdoors. So they will have recess. The lunch will be either in the classroom for our pre-K, and then K through 8 will be in the cafeteria. Dismissal happens in the lobby area. So in the morning when you're dropping off your students, they will be led to our morning care room, and then they will then line up and go into their respective classrooms. And then they take part of their activities classes. Dismissal time, you come in at 3:30, not earlier and not later. As soon as you enter the lobby area, we call for your students. You sign the student out, and we'll see you the next day. We do not want to get into late fees. And this one, I literally typed it, deleted, and then went back and typed it again. So we don't ever want to get there, right? We are very respectful of teachers' times. Teachers get burned out really quickly in the summertime. They love what they do, but we never want to take advantage of their time. They have families, right? And we want to make sure that if we say by 3:30 pickup, 3:30 it is. There might be days where there's traffic. A phone call will help us, right, to communicate, to know where you are. Things happen, right? God forbid there's an emergency. All our emails will be sent to you, as well as the school phone number, so that there is constant communication as well.
Ms. Vasquez, just to clarify,
Mhm.
students need to be dropped off at 7:30, or is that just if parents need morning care?
If parents need morning care, we can be there as early as 7:30. I
Okay.
get there a lot earlier, but that's, to set up, to make sure that all classrooms doors are open, because we also do have another program that runs there. Our PAX has their summer program called Rise Summer Program. So you will see, so our enrollment right now stands at about 134. PAX enrollment has also spiked up this summer, right? Because the needs are real. The academic needs are real. So you will definitely be able to see students coming in. So in order to kind of curve that flow that comes in, 7:30, no charge, but everyone must be in house by 8 a.m.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. So things to keep in mind.
Okay, this is
Attendance,
yeah.
yeah,
You'll all
this is
get
huge.
this in the parent handbook. But I do want to hit this home because over the past few years, we've been really lenient when it comes to attendance and things because we realized that COVID was a factor. Things were virtual, people hadn't seen families in years and they wanted to go, so we were very lenient. But now that we're back in person, things are, there's a lot of momentum around our program. There are things that I want to hit home that are central to Horizons programming that are really important to what we do. So this year, our program is July 3rd through currently July 8th. We are working on getting that extended into August, and we'll keep you posted on that. It's a space consideration, so more to come, but right now, either way, the program is short. It's 4 to 5 weeks, which means that when you make a commitment to join Horizons, the expectation is that you come. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, so that your children and you can get the most out of the program. It's designed, as I mentioned, so students can grow in their learning and, be involved in enrichment and really progress over the summer. And in order to do that, they got to be there. If a child, and this is a protocol or policy that is from before COVID, students should not miss more than 3 program days over the summer. If you do miss those days, students are then removed from the program. It seems harsh, I know, but it's so that it's actually for the students' benefit, and also we have a wait list.
Yeah.
So if we don't have committed students, that means that we're taking it away from somebody else. Understanding at the same time, like we're not Miss Trenchbolt or like, we get it. So like if a student is sick or, if there's a family emergency, we do understand, but please do not plan vacations or anything else during that program time. There is also the expectation of parental involvement. Totally get parents have other children, they have jobs, they have other commitments. I get that, and it's hard. It's really, really hard. Parental involvement doesn't mean you have to come to our program and be the class mom. It means check your email, look at our newsletter, join our virtual Family Fridays, which we've done virtually to make it easier, in part to make it easier on families. I know it's hard to get to the program. Parents, I just got a question. Are there any in-person classes on Friday? So to confirm, the kids will be in class in person. The families will join virtually to see what the kids are doing. So you don't have to come, you will just be able to zoom in and see. That's a good clarifying question. So there's plenty of ways. Check the newsletters, read your emails, check with the teachers. That doesn't mean, again, that you have to be, class mom or dad. Swimming participation. This is also a thing. We touched on this a bit, but the expectation is that every child will swim.
Yeah.
And we are understanding of, situations, and we're not going to push a child if they're, whatever the situation may be, but the expectation is there, and we will encourage, but we will never push. So that expectation is there. If you have any concerns about the swimming piece, which comes up sometimes, please feel free to reach out to us. The last thing I forgot to put here is in relation to attendance. So Horizons is designed for students to join in kindergarten and then continue to join us all the way through 8th grade.
Right.
We have been rebuilding our program since COVID.
Mhm.
So people are coming in at different, fourth grade, second grade, all of that. The expectation, and we understand life happens, is that if you attend this year, you will attend again next year, and you will attend again the year after that, you'll attend again
Right.
the year after that. For free, you will never have to pay a penny. And the reason being is because the learning is cumulative. So year after year, you will continue, the students will continue to grow and will really be able to see the benefits of the program. So I just want to put that out there because we've been very flexible on these past few
Yeah.
years because of COVID, but we're really trying to hit this home again. If you have any concerns or you're like, I planned a vacation or da 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 da, reach out to me and we can talk it through.
Yeah.
Okay, next slide.
Thank you.
COVID protocols. So with that, masks are not required. We're keeping up with the way the world is now, but we do encourage them. I will be wearing one. I got 2 little ones at home. I don't need it. So they are encouraged, but they are not required. Obviously, you don't have to wear them while you're swimming. And please do not send your children in if they are sick. Please. I just want to say that. Okay, so I will, let's split this one up. So I will be reaching out to confirm information, and please let us know about when your child will be heading back to school. Okay.
Yeah.
We are working on the calendar, which will include the end of program celebration where parents will be invited. So there will be that would be the last date of the program. We don't know if that's in August or July yet, so stay tuned. More information on the end of program assessments and the family handbook will be sent to you in email, and also you will receive a copy on the first day of the program. The other thing, and I got a question about this, is if you are a new family, there is that $25 registration fee. If you have not paid it, please be sure to pay it soon and absolutely before day 1 of the program. If you do not feel comfortable paying it by mailing in a check to the PO box address or via that link I sent, you are more than welcome to bring it on the first day of the program, but just let me know so that I know to expect it.
Awesome.
I think that's it. That was me. I hit it home. I don't like doing it.
No, you did great. You did great. All right. So this is definitely another additional service, right, that we provide. And for the past few years, we've been doing this virtually. We do have a combination, once again, of teachers that have stayed with us since COVID, and they are from New York. So it's interesting when we have discussions about standards here in New Jersey, standards there in New York, but they've been able to definitely tutor, and it's wonderful to see how all educators, right, come together to support and to definitely begin to close those academic gaps. This is a grant piece that Mrs. Carroll has worked on. And I get to supervise, to definitely work with the teachers to guide them as best as possible. And this happens once a week. We're entering our next week will be our final tutoring day, but we have seen growth. We do the tutoring, we do math, we do literacy. And during pandemic, we definitely focus and center around wellness. That included our SEL programming, that included yoga, that included hard conversations with parents. And in developing the summer curriculum, there will be times where parents will be invited virtually to have those discussions about how do I get my child to be evaluated and what is the proper path. Talks about, my young girl is not too confident about her self-image, right? How can I speak to her? What are the resources there? And sometimes I'm a single mom or a single dad, because we do have combinations, or I'm a grandparent and I'm racing. Where else can I get support? We're here. We know life is not easy at any level. We know that our children need a support system. And over the years, we've been able to develop that. I know the following statement is going to sound a little bit cliche, right? But it's what makes us who we are. We love the children. We love new students. We love our returning students. We love it when families, right, come together to help us, because we're supporting. We're there to guide. We're there to have those hard conversations. So the team of experts come in, the dedicated teachers prepare, right? And everybody comes together to make sure that the summer is a great experience for them. Believe it or not, whether it's 5 weeks, 6 weeks, it goes by so quickly. And before we know it, we're sitting in the gym watching this phenomenal closing ceremony that the students and teachers put together. And we always walk out of there in awe, because in those short weeks, not only do we see the academic growth, not only do we see that social development, but something magical happens and we get to see the whole unit together. So we are extremely excited about what's coming up. We're extremely excited that we get to do this once again at PAX. Here's the information. If you are interested, and we hold true to this, we never take away students from different schools to come into our school. We never do that. We are partners in this, right? But throughout the years, for whatever reason, parents have always asked us for information about PAX. So here's the information. Here is the links, and this can also be shared out to you. Now we can open up for questions and answers. So I'm going to stop sharing. And thank you so much for your attention.
Good evening. I have a question.
Yes.
So as far as the swimming goes, my wife and I are very interested in having our daughter learn how to swim, but we were wondering if on those days we would be able to attend the swimming session, not to participate in it, but I guess just to watch on the sidelines, just to have an extra eye on our daughter. Is that something that could be possible?
We've actually never had that as a question. In all the years that we've been doing this, we never have. If we can develop a volunteer, because we are always in need of volunteers, and there's like separate forms, for our volunteers to definitely fill out, right? But that's something that can definitely be discussed and planned. And if I can ask what grade?
She's in kindergarten now.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
I had to think about that for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, the only reason we asked is because my daughter actually attended a swimming class at a local water park in the area last summer, and there was an incident. Luckily, the child wasn't seriously injured, but it was something that was very concerning because I just couldn't understand how a child could be injured when they're literally at a swimming class. Like, they should be being watched at the swimming class. That's what they're there for. So, me and my wife discussed it. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, so she would absolutely be available to attend, just to make sure she keeps an eye on our daughter and not have to deprive her of that activity, because we absolutely would love for her to learn how to swim.
Absolutely.
But I think it'll make our household feel so much better
Mhm.
if, she can at least go and be there,
Yeah.
when that takes place.
Thank you so much for sharing your concerns, and definitely as a parent, right, that kind of stays with you. So as a volunteer, definitely that can be something that can be worked out. Once the schedules are shared out, just lock in those dates, and we'll follow up with paperwork for parents that want to volunteer with walking with us to NJIT, being a part of that lesson, and then walking back up. How does that sound, Mr. Woods?
Yes, I mean, that sounds amazing.
Okay,
I'll look forward to contacting you and, seeing if we can work that out. Thank you. I appreciate it.
thank you. Any
That
other
is
questions?
actually a really exciting question for me. As I'm sitting here thinking it through. We've never had it. We know that a lot of the children who join our program don't know how to swim, and their parents don't know how to swim either.
Yeah.
If that is something that you are interested in, I have spoken with our swim instructor about this before. Please reach out to me. One, if you are interested in learning how to swim. I can't promise that we can make something happen, but if there is demand there, I will talk to our swim instructor. And two, the volunteer component of it, because we are always looking for more people to be in the pool with our students. And third, I do want to say that all volunteers, and I got a question about this, all volunteers, all teachers, everybody is required to get fingerprinted, is required to go through a background check. We would never put anyone around the children who have not completed the required.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hi, yes, I just have a quick question. I noticed that the schedule that was shared was for like a rising first grade.
Yeah.
I wanted to know if a rising sixth grader schedule will look the same. Like, will it still have like the SIM,
Yeah.
writers workshop, etc.? So it's just like
Absolutely.
the same. Okay.
Yeah. So we have to move things around, right? And the expectation for middle schoolers is that they are independent, right? But there is guidance there. So we allow them to travel with the TA to their reading, to their writing, to their math, to their specials, because we want to continue to help develop them into the independent middle schoolers that they are or will be, right? They know, and I mean, this is me. When I deal with the students, this is still me, right? We are a school where we truly believe in children's development, but we also have consequences, and we also have program protocols, and everybody is made aware of that. So when the schedules are shared, we review with the middle schoolers, right? That includes, technically it's 6 and up, but in our setting, we include 5th grade. So it's 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. We revise, we show them, we go on a tour. This is where the art room is. This is where STEM will happen. This is where gym will happen, so that they become familiar. The expectation is there, right? The supervision is there. But they definitely will have their core classes as well as the specialty classes, and that will be shared with parents as well. And then I'm just going into the chat.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, Ms. Fisher. I'm looking to see if there's anything else that we haven't covered yet. And if there are any other questions, just please take yourself off mute and ask away.
I have a question. I have a couple of questions. The first one is I know when the program is going to end at the end of July, right? I don't remember the exact date when the program ends. I know it's in July, I just can't recall that.
July 28th, right now.
28th.
It's July 28th.
Mhm.
Okay, and the other question was about the math tutoring that you have, which is I saw on the flyers.
Yes.
Is that after the program or is that during the semester? And is it in person or virtual?
So the tutoring that's happening right now for math is done virtually during the school year. So that happens from October all the way till May. So most likely, we're trying to push for in-person tutoring, but we do understand that Our Horizon students, right, come from different parts of Newark, East Orange, and Irvington, and other areas, right? And the building literally closes at PAX at 5:30. We try to have everybody out of the building by 5:30 p.m. So if we were to do this, right, the tutoring, it will most likely lean towards virtual. And then the Saturday Academy that we hope to kick off again will be in person. And there's tutoring also offered during those Saturday academies, but more information will come as funding continues to come in and the needs continue to be a part of what our families need, then we continue to develop those programs for our students.
Okay, because I'm definitely interested in getting the information
Yes.
about both of those, the in-person math for Saturdays as
Absolutely.
well as the virtual, with the times and everything. So will
Yes.
that be
Absolutely.
distributed at the beginning or towards the end of the program?
Towards the end of the program, Ms. Carol sends everything out as survey forms, the forms, the due dates, the deadlines, all of that is sent out by Mrs. Carol.
And the tutoring, is there a cost for that or is that
No.
also?
No cost.
Okay, thank you. So
All, and for those of us, right, who have participated in summer programs. So we're talking, I'm gonna take you back to 2010, right? That was a long time ago. In literally doing research, going into different schools, going into different community centers, and having conversations with those that develop summer programs. A half-a-day program at that time, half a day, nothing included, no food, no snacks, no swimming, no art, nothing. It was strictly, we're gonna work on SATs, PSATs, and we're gonna do some curriculum. Half-a-day program at that time was $299 a week. That was then. I don't want to know what the price is today because our commitment continues to be to service our families and students. We have been extremely fortunate to never, ever say we can't run this summer. There were scary times. And we waited for the funding to come in. And through gracious giving hearts, we've always been able to run the summer program. So that's a true testament to the commitment, right? To all the talent that our teachers come with, and then our board, and now our executive director, Ms. Carol. They go hard for our students. So we want to continue to offer all of this without having you to pay nothing else but your registration fee. There is another question here that says, what other programs require the students to walk to external sites? Only the swimming. Now, we are in conversations with the bakery that's literally around the corner, right? To expose our students, our summer students, right, to community. There is the food depot that's across, and some summers we've done tours there. We've given each child $1. So mathematical skills go there. Writing skills go there. They do a whole thematic unit about healthy eating and healthy snacks and budgeting. So that all of those different components and skills and cross curriculum, right, concepts come together. We've done that in the past, right? But outside of that, we really just kind of just walk down to NJIT and back. ¿Cómo puedo pagar los $25 ahora? Le vamos a mandar el enlace, Carmen. Si me pone su correo en el chat, le mandamos el enlace.
I can actually, because I had somebody else and I also said for the email, but I can put the link. I'll put the link in the
Yes.
chat right now so people can
Okay.
click on it now, or if they don't get to it. send me an
And
email.
then the grades for opening, I'm sorry, you said 6 and 8?
I believe it's rising 5th, so currently in 4th grade, and our rising 8th grade.
Okay, yep. And then I think that takes care of it, of all the questions. And then we did answer the end date. Okay. Beautiful. Any other questions, parents?
Oh, is there, I'm sorry, something about a registration fee I'm hearing now? I don't recall, I don't know if is that something new or I don't remember seeing anything about it. I don't know if I don't remember
I
paying.
mean, it was in an email, so if you got the email and you're a new family, it was in the email that I sent, hopefully, and I didn't forget to include it, that I would have sent to you confirming your registration, but right now, I just put the link in the chat. So you can go ahead and click that. And also when I send the recording around to everybody of this, I will also include the link to register if you haven't. So
No, I guess I'm confused. I mean, is this, you said for new families, there's a registration. So is this for new people for this year or
yes,
just for new people this year? But I'm not a new person. So my daughter was in the program last year.
no, then you don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry. Señora Carmen, el enlace está en el chat. Si puede copiarlo, ahí puede hacer el pago. Nos deja saber si le funciona. Okay.
And
Well,
if there are any
let's-
questions, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say the same thing. If there are any
Oh,
other
no,
questions.
stay on. If there's anything you want to ask, not in front of it. Was that what you were going to say?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, there you go. Great minds, Miss
Yes,
Vasquez.
yes, ma'am. All right, parents. Well, thank you so much for coming. We are so excited. We can't wait. And we wish you a great end of another school year. Continue to be safe. And please be mindful that if you are going to be away, you no longer need Horizons, let us know. It's only right to give that space to a child that's on the waiting list.
Mhm.
In a perfect world, we will have spaces for everybody. So right now, we really are asking you to be committed. Okay? All right.
I
thank you
also
so
put
much.
my email in the chat if you have questions that you want to follow up with after.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.